Hello guys, my name is Lilian Monithia, and this is my YouTube channel. You guys, I'm opening a YouTube channel. It is my first time, yeah, and I'm hoping to be posting content regularly. I do love content. I have followed several content creators too, vloggers. I love vloggers more, by the way. And I really appreciate vlogs, when people get to share with you their lives, when they give you snippets of what they do, or maybe when they go out, name it. I mean, I do appreciate content, traveling content, food content, conversations, like things like that. I do appreciate that kind of content. And personally, I also would like to share my life with you guys, and not specifically any mguu yangu inakufa ganzi. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I'm not specializing maybe in particular subject, but as we continue, I will know where my niche is, but right now, bear with me. We shall be talking whatever we shall be talking about when it comes. So yeah, so I'm hoping to be sharing with you guys, and I'm hoping that sharing with you some of my content, and I hope that you'll be inspired. I hope that you'll be blessed. Yeah, because personally I've been blessed by many other content creators, the people that I've followed. Their content has really blessed me, and I hope that you'll be blessed too. Yeah, so come with me into this journey. I am also eager to see what God will do. I'm also eager to know what this will bring, and I know for sure it shall work. I have faith that it shall work. I hope that my content will bless you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so guys, I'm in this small park. The park is just it's so beautiful when you look at it. I mean, just see. It's so pretty. It is a nice place to come and chill. It's a nice place to come and meditate. A good place also to pray if you love praying in the parks. I do love praying in the parks, with the cool of the trees and the birds yapping around, and where there's just minimal distraction. It's just so beautiful. So the park is here, so beautiful. Let me show you guys around as we share just something small that I've been thinking about today, what I've been meditating about today. And that is it basically. Yeah, so guys, this is my view. As you can see, it's so beautiful. It's a very good place, just to come and chill and meditate. Like I was just meditating, and I will share what I was meditating with you guys. So guys, this is what I've been thinking about purpose, and how sometimes purpose is born. And in a minute I just got a flash, or maybe what can I say, a thought about a pregnant woman, how they birth, and how the 9 months is a process, and is a process of enduring since day one, or since gestation, until that child is formed in their belly, in their womb, and the child continues to grow until they mature to a certain age where now they can be born. And I was comparing purpose with childbirth, personally, I don't have kids yet. So, but I can relate to what they go through, the discomfort, the change of diet, the change of, the many things. There is some things you let go. There are things that you adapt. so that you can just bring that child to birth. There are things that you endure, there is suffering to endure, there are things that you have to be patient with. And so I was comparing that to a birth of purpose. And purpose, sometimes it is not born in best circumstances. Let me say, it is not born in sometimes in smooth circumstances. There are things that you go through, not that you have to go, but there are things that people go through that bring forth a birth of a purpose. And I was just meditating and thinking about my life, and I was just praying, and I was telling God that I pray that in my suffering, or in the things that I've waited God for, or in the things that I've endured, that my purpose will be born, that the purpose of God will be born in those things that I've been enduring, those things that I have suffered for, or those things that I've waited for, maybe for a long time. And I really don't know, maybe you'll comment down below, I don't know, but what pains have you gone through? What things have you had to endure, or what things have you had to suffer for? Things that you have waited for a while that God may do for you. What are those things? Because I was just thinking that sometimes the things we suffer for are the things that actually God comes and glorifies himself in. Like those who, I'll be sharing scriptures a lot. The Bible says, or the word of God says in the book of Romans, that the suffering of today cannot be compared to the glory that is to come. So what is your suffering for today? What are you suffering? What are you suffering from? What is it that you have been enduring? What is it that you have been patiently waiting for? What is it that has kept you on toes, praying to God and asking? Or maybe hata kuna time unafikanga, or there's a time that comes that umeomba for so long, to an extent that you feel like, if it is about prayer, I have really prayed. And now you've reached a point where you are no longer praying. Actually, you are just there waiting for God to come and do for you, such kind of a thing. Because to be honest, there are times unafikanga place and you find yourself, you are no longer praying, but you are waiting. And it does not mean that just because you are not praying that you are not hopeful. It does not mean that just because you are not praying you gave up. No, it's just that you prayed far too much and you told God all that you thought you could tell him, right? And now you are just in a place of waiting, where like you are just in a place of being quiet and waiting upon God to do for you, or such kind of a thing. I just wanted to tell you that may the purpose of God be born in your waiting. May the purpose of God be born in your enduring, in your patience. May the purpose of God be born. May God be glorified in your situation. May he be revealed in your situation. May he be manifested in your situation. Because I was thinking that, I was just meditating that sometimes the things we think are meant to kill us are just not the things that are meant to kill us, but they are things where God is meant to glorify his name. There are things where God is just about to come and change things around and make things work together for good, because he says in his word that he makes all things work together for good. So I believe with you that God is going to make things work together for your good, and that this thing that you are going through is actually the platform that God is going to use to glorify his name. Like for example, there's this testimony I was listening to, or maybe let me say it is a story, where a woman was waiting for a child. She could not bear a child for a long time, and she was suffering, and she tried all things, and they suffered together with her husband for so long. But you know what? Out of that suffering came a book, that she wrote a book encouraging others who are waiting to have a child or have to bear a baby, something like that. And I thought, like, the suffering was really bad and the torment of waiting was really bad, but out of it she wrote a book. And I know there are many other testimonies of people who endured, even great people, that when you listen to their testimonies, you will hear of how much they struggled, of how much they waited, or maybe of how much they lacked, or maybe of how much they were in pain, or maybe of how much they were sick, such kind of stories. And God has used those stories to glorify himself. So I'm just here to encourage you that God is going to bless you. God is going to use what you are going through to glorify himself. It is actually not a mistake that you are going through what you are going through, right? Yeah, it is not a mistake that you are going through what you are going through. What actually we should maybe ask ourselves is that, what is the purpose of God in this thing that you are going through? What does God really want me to do? Yeah, in this place I'm in. What is it that can actually be born out of this suffering? I hope we are encouraged together. Personally, I'm encouraged, and I know that something good will be born out of my waiting, out of my patience, out of the sufferings. I know that something good will be born, because all things work together for good for those who are called according to the purpose of God, right? And I know that I believe I am called according to his purpose, and I know things are going to work for my good. So be encouraged, my dear friend, that things are going to work for your favor. Even that which was meant for evil will turn around and work for your good, right? Yeah, so that is it, my friends. May God bless you. Yeah, I will be sharing this kind of content here and there, and I know we will be encouraged together. Just when you see me up and doing this, be encouraged also to do something also. I know great things are coming our way. Yeah, great things. I say great things. And the purpose is going to be born even out of this. Yeah, so ciao, bye, God bless you.